So I just pulled away from the house. I picked up I paid $50 for this couch, but always be on the lookout for a really cheap Pottery Barn. This couch probably brand new is like 4 to 5K. I'll find it when I get home. But you can kind of see the discoloration right there, but I'll just throw this in the wash and that'll be gone. I don't know if that's like baby puke or this should be an easy flip, let alone it's gray. Gray sells the fastest. So here is that free Pottery Barn. It's just wet right here because I just cleaned it a little bit. But for those that don't know, this is like a very expensive brand. I moved the couch into storage and I extracted the bottom because it was kind of a little bit dirty. But I think that's pretty good. I paid $50. Found the exact match. It's like $2,300. I am currently on my way to someone I found last night locally that has like a small little mom and pop like Pokemon trading card store, like Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, all that kind of stuff. So I'm bringing them a bunch of my like old TCG player store because I closed that down back in like October of last year, and I was just like sitting here collecting dust. So he's got a bunch of video games that I could buy at his current prices and still make my margins on Amazon. So I'm gonna try and go in and trade in all this, in my opinion, duds at this point and turn it into something worth my time. See you in a bit. Okay, I went to that small little mom and pop shop and he offered me $80 for like maybe like $2,000 worth of Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, and Pokemon cards. So I said, LOL, no. Ended up buying that stuff from him too. I spent $220, so I will show you all that stuff when I get in the house. I bought this for $200 and someone's on the way right now to pick it up for $700. I posted it for $1,200. They offered $800. I said, great, I'll take $800. And he said, oh, never mind, my budget's only $600. I was like, oh, well, my price is now $700. He's like, great, I can take it for $700. I paid $200. I need this unit empty. That's why I'm like taking it, or else I probably would have waited. Probably not. I'll take it regardless. It's easy money. Just print your go burr. Just picked up a sectional couch. I actually paid, in my opinion, quite a bit for it, being $200, so I never ever pay for anything. But should be able to sell it for like $600 to $800, so worth it. It's super clean, so I just like go home, take pictures, and we're good to go. So here is this couch, paid $200 for it. I need to take home the bottom cushions and throw them from the wash because they have like a slight color stains or water stains, which is no big deal. I'm gonna take pictures of it right now. What's up? We just had a delivery for Megan's antique furniture. We delivered it like a 55 minute drive away. We only did that delivery just because I was also purchasing the couch, which is right behind me in the tarp, which was like 10 minutes away from where her delivery was. So we gave her delivery a cheaper price and kind of like 2 birds, 1 stone. So I got this couch in the back. I'll put up a picture of what it is right now. It was $300, which is, I think this is probably the most expensive couch, used couch I've ever paid for. Here is the West Elm I went and picked up. I paid $300 for this couch. This couch I paid $200. So that leather couch that was right here, I paid $200 for, sold it for $700. I now have that $200 back in my pocket, plus I got 2 more couches. That will sell for probably, this one probably go for like $800, and that will probably go for about $1,000. So, sick. Amazon shipment's going out. So I just had a couple come in that car. They came to buy a mid-century lamp, which I'll put up the picture right here. So we were like chit-chatting about, oh, like, what do you do for a living? You know, blah, 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 like life story, kind of mediocre chit-chat. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I sell video games. My wife sells furniture because the garage is packed full of stuff. They're like, oh, like, do you sell stuff? I was like, yeah, for a living. And like, oh, like, do you got any retro stuff? I was like, yup. Like, oh, you know, we're looking for like Donkey Kong and Super Nintendo and like Mario Kart. I was like, yup, got like 5 copies of each. Like, oh, do you really? And I was like, yep, be right back. They bought another like $120 worth of stuff off me. So they got a lamp for $140, and they got like 5 or 6 games for $140 or $120. And I didn't clean them. They're like, the labels were ripped up, like the stuff that like would not go to Amazon and have to go to eBay. So we like that. So we should have another local Facebook buy. It was off of a repeat seller who sold me a huge lot of games maybe like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, May 9th. So whatever, how long ago that was. But here you go. There's like 2 little totes and there's one more back there somewhere. I think the value, like price charting value, is probably around 12 to 1500 depending on a couple of factors. And then I paid $700 cash. He's like, sick, dude. We're back from the local pickup, and here is one of the boxes. This is actually, there's some sealed stuff in here, which is actually pretty cool. Sealed PSP, I never basically ever see. Some decent PS1 stuff being Chrono Cross. I think X-Files Black Label is pretty good. There's like a sealed random like Elmo game and a sealed Dora game. And some CIB Super Nintendo, just being one, NBA Jam. And then some 32X games, which are pretty uncommon, except Doom's basically everywhere. And we got some sealed Switch stuff. Don't get too much of that either. I think there's a couple more sealed things. Yes, another sealed Switch game. Used Switch game. This stack right here is all sealed right here. I'll flip it up so you can see. But I think Serious Sam's probably the best one in here. Oh, actually, is this sealed? Oh my goodness. I had no idea this was in here. This is like $250. So that's freaking crazy. I'll put up a sold listing right here. So I paid $700. This is basically a third of my money back, more or less. I want to look up this one too. Sealed copy of Serious Sam. And this is Megan's favorite movie, Ratatouille. Is this your favorite game? Wow. Okay, keep it going. It's a couple of PS3 stuff, nothing crazy. These are sealed. Guitar Hero Smash Hits is I wouldn't be surprised if new condition is pretty expensive at Amazon. And I need to double check, make sure this isn't a reseal because it doesn't have the security label like Serious Sam does on this couple of PS2 stuff. But toward the end of the PS2 life, they stopped doing that. Let's go through here. More PS3 stuff, some more Switch stuff. Is this all sealed too? Oh wow, this is all sealed too. What is even this? Wipeout Pure. Cool. Another sealed PSP. A Realm Reborn. This is also sealed. Some pretty decent stuff. This is like, basically give it away game. It's super cheap. And then an obviously resealed game by Goodwill. And I wanted to showcase this game on the bottom. This game is not very expensive. It's like maybe 40-50 bucks, but the case is absolutely trashed. So, as you can tell. And this is a huge pile of like burned games. It's obviously Tony Hawk, but it ain't. It can play it, so I'll sell this stuff locally for maybe like $1 or $2 a piece a game. I'll lot it up with like a console. This is actually a real copy of a couple of Dreamcast games. Virtual Tennis and something about fishing. Nothing too crazy. And then in here is all the PlayStation Magazine demo disc, which is pretty cool and pretty weird. And then in this box, he said this is an Atomic Purple, but actually this is a Smoke Gray controller worth maybe double or triple that of an Atomic Purple. The N64 does not have the expansion pack, which that is A-okay. Some random figures I guess I bought. A whole bag of Game Boy stuff. Game Boy, GBA, Game Boy Color, DS. A couple of PSP games trickled in there. I'm pretty sure, is that Kirby? Oh no, Winx Club. So yeah, here's that. And then this is a bag of a bunch of Sega Genesis stuff that's, I don't think anything in here is crazy, even worth talking about. This is maybe like Light Crusader might be pretty decent. But everything else is just common shovelware. So I actually looked it up. I scanned the Fallout New Vegas and I goofed. It's not actually $250, but it's at least like 50 bucks brand new sealed because this is the greatest hits edition. So not the Black Label one, which is at the moment like $100, $150 or so. But still pretty cool.